think I speak for all women when I tell y'all that we are so sick of hearing, you're beautiful, you're beautiful, you're gorgeous, beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous, gorgeous. Everywhere we go, we're sick of it. It's annoying. Unless it's somebody we like, then yeah, tell me that shit all day, tell me more, tell me everything.
Yeah. You can't make this shit up, people. You cannot make this shit up.
Well, the reason you probably think that is because so many women now are like on guard and pessimistic when a man approaches, because they have like they think that these men have the worst intentions. And it does feel like there's not the best quality men that are left approaching now. So there's like already kind of a negative belief held when a man does approach a woman, which is so unfortunate. I don't think that should be the case. Like, I think that now women feel like all the good men are just not approaching, or they're taken or whatever, so it's like the not so great men that are left trying to make a move. And I don't know what the answer to this is.
So this is a question for the guys. So I know many guys have said that they don't want to approach women anymore. Like, they're not going to approach her out at a grocery store, they're not going to approach her at the gym, they're not going to approach her at the bar, because why? Most women can just frankly be rude to guys, or don't want them talking to him, or don't want them talking to her. So, question for these guys that would say they don't approach women. If a woman went out of her way to make eye contact with you, looked away, looked back, maybe even held the gaze for a couple seconds, made sure she was within proximity of you, as well as then smiled at some point. If a woman goes to that extent, would you then change your mind on approaching her? Or do you just want the woman to approach you?
Well, ma'am, it's 2025. If a woman went through all that and to that extent to come over there, get this man's attention, get near him, like you say, she need to just approach the man. Men are no longer playing these back and forth mind games with women. That woman need to just approach the man.
Do you guys like it when guys approach you on the street?
We were literally just talking about this in the walk over. Yes.
Depends, I would say.
Yeah, I would say so. Okay, like if someone was actually trying to ask me out, that would probably never happen. But if it's just some random guy on the street telling me that, like, I have a good outfit, I appreciate the compliment.
Yeah, same. I feel like maybe if they made like an interesting comment about like where we're like standing in front, or like had something to say instead of just kind of like catcalling.
Yeah, like it depends how it makes you feel. Like if it makes you feel like elegant, sophisticated, then I like it. But if it's like makes you feel like dirty and gross, like a streetwalker, then no go.
Okay, so in general, you guys would recommend guys to go and like shoot their shot. Basically, I run a community in which we help guys calibrate. Doing it in an appropriate way, is that something you guys would recommend guys in Toronto to at least attempt?
I mean, like, why not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, everyone needs someone.
You can't make a man approach you, but you can give him signals to come over and speak to you. So sometimes when I'm out, I do notice that men are looking at me, but they don't necessarily approach me. And sometimes, depending on where I'm at, if I'm at a club and I'm dancing, I'll go and I'll like dance by them, and then they'll stop me and be like, oh, hey, da-da-da-da-da. If I'm in another setting, like maybe I'm at a bar or like a high-end restaurant where everyone's at the bar, I'll just do a little smile, like a little, something like that. A little smile, maybe a little, hey, do something like that from, wherever I'm at. And then they usually come over. Just give a little signal to let them know that it's okay to approach you. But I personally don't approach men. If you want to, then you can do that. But no. And always have an empty hand. By that, I mean, when you don't have a drink in your hand, it makes it easier for men to approach you, because they're going to be like, where your drink at? And you can be like, actually, I will have yeah.
I got a bone to pick with y'all men. Why is it that y'all like to throw out compliments to women, telling them how beautiful they are and how you like the way they look and blah, 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 but you don't ask for their number? Like, can you tell me why that is? You just want to be nice, throw out a compliment today, or you're scared? Which one is it?
Can we get to the bottom of this question of why Dutch men don't approach women? Please comment your thoughts, because honestly, it has been one of the most shocking things for me living in the Netherlands is how much there's just like the social thing and like the man and woman thing. Because in New York, You basically cannot leave the house without somebody trying to come up to you and talk to you. I have a boyfriend at the tip of our tongue because we know there's gonna be some weirdo or creep, maybe not a creep, coming up to you and being like, hey, can I get your number?
Well, that's weird because we see other women in New York talking about the fact that men are not approaching them. Maybe she's just talking about men catcalling her in New York.
Like, no matter what you look like. But in the Netherlands, you are fine. Go out. Nobody's gonna come up to you unless maybe you're drunk at a club, and I don't go to clubs. So why? Somebody let me know.
We don't want men to approach us. You're right. We don't want you coming up to us telling us how beautiful we are and how interested you are in us. We absolutely don't want it. That's not true. On my last video, ladies, we have men over there saying that we don't want compliments from them and we don't want them to come up to us and initiate conversation or ask us out on dates or any of that. I don't think that that's true. Maybe you do, but I don't. I think we should create a list under this video that helps men understand the ways in which we would like for them to approach us and express their interest in us. Because I don't think we've ever said, don't come and talk to us. I think we said some of the ways that you do it are an immediate turnoff.
Yeah, guys, as you see, these women are trying to switch it up and play games now. Us as men know good and well that you guys told us to do not approach you. This woman need to go check her sources because the women was definitely telling the men to not approach her.
Sweetie, you were lied to. I don't know what confused man told you this, but he lied to you. Now, is there a small subsect of women that like what you're saying is persistence? Sure. But when men apply this concept in reality, it very quickly gets into creepy stalker territory. Like, let's be for real. Most men do not have enough suave and finesse to be able to make persistence sexy. It very quickly turns into, you're a creep, you're being bothersome, leave me alone. Women, when it comes to men, do not typically operate in the space of ego in the way that men do. It makes men feel good to have a woman persist that they don't actually want to be all over them and approach them and tell them how much they want them. It makes men feel good to have women do that. With women, it gives danger.
That's right. She's gonna call security, the police, or if he works with her at her job, she will file a sexual harassment complaint against that man with HR.
Like, let's be all the way for real. If there's a man that approaches a woman and she makes it clear that she's not interested and he continues to hound her or continues to try to like find a way in, it's like at this point you're disrespecting boundaries. At this point you're being rude. At this point you're being too pushy. Like, now alarm bells are going off that this man is unsafe. So like I said, I don't know who told you this, but it's not true, babe.
Okay, unpopular opinion, but I get why men don't approach women in public anymore. Like, I get it. I've seen videos of men approaching women, and women can just be so rude. Like, I get if you have a boyfriend. I get if you're not interested. But, like, look out for us. Because that moment that you reject him in the worst way, it's just like he's never going to do it again. And I hate that for us.
The other day I reposted a video how this guy was pretty much saying men do not approach women because women ruined it. So I agree, women have ruined it. From my perspective, I feel like the 20-something-year-olds have ruined it because they're the main ones, especially on this app, that get on here and say they do not want men approaching them in public. And then you will literally see like 33, 34, 35 plus getting on here saying, why don't men approach us anymore? Like, when I go out, there's nothing but women. And if there are men, they don't come and talk to me, blah, blah, blah. It's because the 20-year-olds ruined it. They ruined it.
Now, I get what she's trying to say, but I've seen some 30-year-old women ruin it too. I've still seen women in their 30s still be a bit messy when men approach them.
They ruined it. And honestly, and we won't even put an age on it, I feel like the same people that get on here and complain and don't want men approaching them in public places are the same ones that get on here and complain about horrible Hinge dates. As someone, if a man approaches me in public, I talk. That don't mean I gotta marry him. I'm gonna have a conversation. I also have never had issue with hinge dates. Hint.
If you are the type of woman that likes to snap on men just because they're trying to talk to you, you cannot hang around me. Like, you do not have to tell a man to get the F out your face just because he's saying, hey, you look good, can I get your number? You can say no. You can say I'm taken. You can say I'm not interested. You don't have to curse them out. Now, if he is being disrespectful or he keeps pressing you, then maybe a little bit extra is warranted. But off rip, no. Like, I really don't understand why some of y'all be so nasty. This dude just made a post like, when he tried to talk to girls, they'll look at him like, ew. Like, why? I don't care how dusty or unattractive that I find somebody. I'm not gonna, that's just me. That doesn't mean for no reason. I'll say, oh, you say I look good. Oh, thank you. But no, thank you. I'm not interested. Keep it pushing. Like, granted, the guy that said this, I don't know. It may not be everybody's cup of tea. And he said more often than not, girls have just been so mean to him.
This be the realest shit because I have been around a lot of women who are like this. As soon as a man even steps to them, they're like, what, like, just quick with it. And I'm like, girl, like, that's not even necessary. But let that have been a man that they're attracted to, it's not even gonna be the same. I promise y'all.
Wow, guys. We finally had a woman to say what men have been saying for years, that if this was a man who approached her who she was attracted to, she would not behave this way. So props to this lady for actually noticing something that men have noticed now for decades.
I still find it so funny how many women are saying that you're tired of men coming up to you. You don't want men to talk to women no more, this, that, and the third. But we all know that's not going to happen. They're men. They're going to do what men want to do, regardless of how you feel. There's always going to be a man out there who don't give a fuck about what you women are talking about. And just like you said, if a man is approaching you and you don't want, and you're not interested, right? Even the way that some of y'all say it is what gets the lip back from some of these men. Because I'm not going to hold y'all. Some of y'all be thinking like, oh, we be telling them no. No. Y'all be like, no. Absolutely not. Like, y'all have attitude. Y'all have, it's the tone, the attitude, the energy behind what you're saying, as if you're so disgusted that this man even had the audacity to approach you. That's rude as fuck. That's rude as fuck. I want y'all to know that. So that's why sometimes I don't be feeling bad when some of these men be calling y'all out y'all name. I'm not gonna hold you. But let's be honest, ladies, y'all live on a planet where no matter where you go, there are men. I don't know any other country yet that is just full women. And if there is a country that is just fully women, no men are in that fucking country. The ones that are complaining so much about men approaching them, wanting to be left alone, this, that, move to that country. You'll be fine. Move to that country and see how that works for you, right? See how that works for you. But let's be honest, a lot of you women don't really feel that way. Y'all are just tired of being approached by men that y'all don't want. And the ones that y'all want aren't checking for you. It's just what it is.
Shout outs to this lady. She cooked them.
That's what I'm talking about. This shit means something to me, man.
I don't know if this is just me being self-conscious, but one of the main reasons I don't like meeting men online is because I don't want you to feel like you're getting something that you're not really getting. Like, I don't use filters when I post pictures, like on Instagram and stuff. I may use like a filter or so on this app, but other than that, I don't use filters on my pictures where people can really see me. Like, I don't like stuff like that. And then if a man was to try to approach me, it will be like, okay, you got on a filter, or you got, this is also how I feel about makeup. Like, makeup is gorgeous on girls. I don't know how to do makeup, so I don't wear makeup. But I wouldn't want a man to meet me when I have on a full face of makeup, or the only thing I post is me in makeup, and then you see me raw and uncut, and it's like, okay, who the hell are you?
Well, we do appreciate that about you, man, because we do prefer to see a woman in her natural state, but we still are gonna hit you up online. We definitely are gonna fall off in your DMs. We're not approaching you in public unless you're waving us over to come to you.
You're a totally different person. Like, I don't like that. But it's the same thing on the opposite side too. Like, I don't want to meet a man, start talking to him online, and then find out that he's 5'8" in person. No, I would rather meet you in person, and then, you know, if you seem like somebody I would talk to, cool, give you a chance. But I'm not looking for no super tall dude. But close to my height, I can't do it.
Okay, this is valid. This is what I think most men are saying. Like, they're getting mixed signals. They don't want to approach women because they think that if they do that, they're going to come off creepy. So I can have some empathy for men, because I do think that if I was a man, like, I would feel like I'm torn and I'm in this like really tough position. So I think when we bring it to like women, it's about taking accountability. It's about like not being disrespectful if a man comes up to you and you're like, oh, I'm actually taken or whatever, like not making them feel weird about it. But like in another video I just posted, I think it's also about how the man approaches a woman. So like if a man is creepy and they're coming off with this like vibe that they only want to get in your pants, or they don't have like the best of intentions, then of course like the woman's going to be on guard and be like, no, I'm like not interested.
Do you wish that men would approach you more?
Yes, definitely.
Definitely. I like being approached because it shows that they're taking initiative, and I like that attitude.
Did your boyfriend approach you? How did you guys meet?
No, I actually approached him.
Yes, I feel like now it's a lot of like men are more I don't want to say timid, but like a little more timid and shy.
Yeah, I agree too. I wish they approached us more, because I feel like nowadays it's honestly really hard to meet people too. Meeting people is like through apps now, like to join Facebook groups, dating apps. I wish it was like more like whenever everyone just like would approach each other and talk.
So this is for men that live here in America. We need more men approaching women. A lot of you guys know that I'm a hairstylist. I have a lot of clients. Most of my clients are women. 96-97% of them are single. Beautiful women with their life together. Not just single because they don't want to. Single because they can't find men. A lot of them don't want to use dating apps because they find it not so safe. However, they do try to go to grocery stores, to go to the gym, to go to the park, to church, open spaces to see if they can find a man to talk to. But what they say is, they say that men do not approach. A lot of the time they find men that they see a guy that they really like, but they are a little bit, shy to initiate. I strongly believe that men should initiate, and so men do not initiate anymore. We need men to initiate more, please. And I really hate the toxic female here in America that hate men's approach, that any little men's approach, they are quick to call the cops, they are quick to scream, to yell, to record them. I really hate that, because the real women need that and like that. We need to normalize here in America men seeing a woman, giving her a compliment and ask her if she's single, without seeing it as harassment.
Well, we do appreciate you, our foreign sister. But us as men, we all know she's not lying, especially when we know she has a lot of boss babe clients who come there every week, every other week to get their hair done or so forth. And a lot of these women tell her how single she is, how her dating life is horrible, but everything else in her life is going just well. Her business is prospering, her clients, everything is going well. She's excelling at her career, but she has no man in her life. She has no prospects. She has no future husband prospects. And for a lot of the women looking over at her, they don't understand why. But it's good to see that a lot of these women in these videos notice that a lot of the modern women have messed it up for traditional women who still want these men to approach them. And in 2025, the game has changed. A lot of these women, the same way that they pursued their careers and their jobs and their studies, they're gonna have to now pursue a healthy relationship and hopefully a husband one day. But that's all I got in this video. You guys be sure to drop a comment down below and let me know what you think about this subject of women still complaining about men not approaching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, like the video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.